Hi everyone. I'm here today to do mixed medium morsels dessert number 8, and we're going to be making some vintage tags or embellishments using some of our coffee stain paper or brown paper, just things that you have there at your house. I have to apologize right off the bat. My computer has decided it's not going to work anymore at all, so it's out being looked at now, and I'm hoping that it'll be repaired very soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to do a quick video using my phone. I always use my phone, but I'm going to literally film in one take, no editing. And you won't see my normal thumbnail picture or end screens and things like that, at least not right now. But anyway, I did want to get a video out to you, so I hope you will bear with me while I'm waiting for my repairs to be finished. And let me just show you what we're going to do. This is just another product tag. Oh, and I apologize if I go out of frame at all, because I can't see without my computer to mirror what my phone is seeing. I can't see when I'm in frame or not, so bear with me on that. This is a product tag. I'm trying to use, things that I have at home. And I think this is a good way to use these product tags. Another good way to use like clothing or product tags. Or, rectangles cut from a cereal box, or squares or circles cut from a Kleenex box, or, any of your product packaging you can use to do this kind of technique. But what I've done is on one side, I haven't covered this side yet, but on one side I've already taken my glue stick and attached a piece of a brown paper bag, like a lunch bag. So it's got a base down, and I'm going to show you some other tags that I've already made where I use some coffee stain paper, but this particular one I'm using a lunch bag. I'm going to use a little bit of this Dina Wakley media tape just to put some stuff on the background. So I'm going to use the glue stick, of course, because you know how washi tape is. It doesn't stick all that well, but we're gonna see if we can't make it work a little bit. I'm just going to put some here and there. I'm just putting glue where I think I might put some some of the tape, and if I need more, I'll grab some more glue, but for now I think I'm going to go with this, and I'm just going to lay the washi tape in the glue. Of course, you can put the glue on the washi tape also. You can do it either way. I'm just doing this because I'm hoping it'll be easy enough for me to get it placed down. And like I said, I'm trying to keep this video short because I have a feeling it's going to take quite some time to upload it to YouTube. So I'm hoping to keep it short and sweet. And I really hope you guys like this. I have had a wonderful time this afternoon putting some tags together to show you. And now, of course, I'm going to show you how I've done it. But it's been really a lot of fun. And I'll come back, of course, and trim these down a little bit. Might as well go ahead and put a little bit more here. So it's almost like I'm covering the background of the tag, but instead of using so much tape, of course I didn't really save much room, did I? Save much tape, because I did. There's just a tiny bit left that didn't get covered, but that's okay. A little saved is just fine. All right, so I'm going to pick this up now off this deli paper. There we go. All right, looks like it's stuck down pretty good. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess, and we'll start putting on a couple of elements. This is not anything major. This is a very simple technique, so anybody can do this. If you don't have this media tape, this washi tape here, you can just scribble. Take your Posca pen or your black pen, whatever you've got, and And just scribble. You've seen me do that with white usually, just scribbling in the background. So that looks really cool. I'm going to use a brown pit pen here and just put a little bit of edging on before I add my elements. I usually forget to do this until after, and it's a little bit difficult to do this when you've got things in the way, especially if they kind of hang off the edges just a little bit. So, and of course I'll do this on the back side too after I cover the back. I'm just not covering the back right now to save time. Okay. Let me just hit that real quick so that I don't get ink all over my hands. Okay. All right, so I've got a couple of pieces of ephemera. These are from the Tim Holtz ephemera packs. I don't remember the name of, which one it was by name, but it's his ephemera packs. He has several of them out, and they have lots of cute little pieces like this. This is let me see if I can get this in frame here. This is a little piece of like a carded pen. Carded pens like you would buy, back in the olden days, as they used to say. Pens on a card, just like you get buttons on a card. So I thought that was really cute. I've got a little piece of my muslin that I coffee dyed. It's just a tiny little scrap. And so I'm going to put a little bit of this tape runner adhesive on the back of that and just stick it down right across the bottom here. Just like that. And here's a little ticket. I might tuck that up in there. Okay. That's kind of cute. All right, and then I've got a little postage stamp. This is an actual vintage postage stamp. I've glued it to a piece of cardstock because it was very flimsy. It had been torn, just the top layer had been torn off. And so I thought that was really sweet, and I'm going to put that on as well. Just put that right there. So we're just making a little collage, basically, of all these little elements. Now this is a butterfly that I cut from just a free printable from Pinterest. I had torn it out at first, but then I wanted to cut it a little closer, so I did trim it out with scissors. But it was just a little free printable from Pinterest, and I thought it was a beautiful butterfly. So I've put some foam adhesive on the back of that, and I'm just going to attach my butterfly. Just like that. This little piece of cloth looks a little bit bare. I think I have some stamps. Let's see. I don't know if this will go all the way across or not, but let's see if it will. It sure does. All right, let me get a little block to put this on. And it's just a little flower, a little strip of flowers, like a border. And I want to make sure I get it relatively straight. That's difficult for me. I don't do straight too well. Okay. So we'll do that. And I think I'll use some brown Stays On ink. And just go this way. Just stamp right on that piece of fabric. I think it'll be very cute. Or at least I hope it will. We'll see. I didn't plan to do this. I just noticed it looked a little bit empty, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, right there. Very cute. Like I said, I had no plan to do that. I totally didn't. It just popped into my head. So, wow. I really like how that looks. That's sweet. Very cute. Okay, so now I have get my crocodile here and punch my hole. Let's see, maybe I'll turn it this way. I can see it better. There we go. Okay, so now I've got a hole in there and it's ready for, you know, whatever I want to put through there. Let's see, I've got a piece of the seam binding that I colored myself with some dilution sprays, and I think this one will match really well. I hadn't planned out which ribbon I was going to put in here, but this is matching it really nicely, so I'm going to pop this through there. I won't leave it, of course, because I still have to cover the back of this tag, but I want to show you how it's going to look. So we'll put it in there for a temporary. Okay, and I'll get the edge of this tag real good too once I get the backing on, so that you don't see any white edges. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to do it tight because I'll be taking it back off again, but that's a cute little collaged tag, and I just think it's really, really sweet. So, and easy. I mean, so easy. And you can use elements. You can cut out elements from magazines. You can cut them out of scrapbook papers. You know, just use whatever you have on hand. But it's a good way to use those coffee stain papers. Like on the back side of this, I will probably collage some pieces of this coffee stain paper. I'll probably just cover, I may not even do it just straight. I may tear it, and I'll show you one that I did that way in just a minute. But it just makes a sweet little tag, you know. So I wanted to show you guys how that's done. Here's the ones I made earlier. Okay, here's one. I have to stand up so I can make sure I'm in frame here. This is just, again, a product tag, and there's a little bit of book text in here in the background and some more of the Tim Holtz ephemera. And there's tissue paper and coffee filter on the back of that. Let's see if I think I have a piece of that laying here. Yeah, see, just a piece of coffee filter that's been stained with the coffee. And I just tore pieces off and glued them on. You can use a glue stick. You can use your matte medium, matte gel, any kind of adhesive you want. But I would stay away from the shiny stuff because it looks nicer. It looks more vintage and old if it's flat. So that's one. And then here's one that I did with, this was a coffee stained piece of music paper. And I had done a little bit of jelly printing on it, so that's where the pink and the green came from that's on there. And then this is just a little tiny image from a piece of scrapbook paper. Let me show you that. This is a very old sheet of scrapbook paper, so I tore out this one little flower at the bottom. And I just thought it was perfect to blend with the colors that was already on the jelly print, excuse me. Then I had this little scrap of lace that I had coffee stained, and I tied a piece of the this tiny fine jute around there and added a word and some more of the seam binding that I had stained. So there's those, and then here's one more that I did, and I think it's just adorable. This is one of the Tim Holtz. What are they called? Paper dolls. They're called paper dolls, and you can get these. These come in a package, and there's a ton of them in there, like way a lot of people in there. So that's a good thing to purchase maybe and share with your friends and split the cost or whatever, and then you have lots of little people. But I love it because they're already cut out. So I added a butterfly behind this little gal. And I put some washi tape at the bottom of the tag to give her a little place to sit. And stamped a little flower, stuck the word on. This is just some more of the coffee filters on top of the coffee stained, all of it's coffee stained book paper and coffee filters, and a little bit of stamping and a drawn border with dots and things in the background. This is a little piece of leftover fabric that I had coffee stained, and it just worked out to be perfect. And I'm using up this stuff, you know. It just keep using these things. It makes you feel great, you know, as you're using them. So there's my little examples of how you can make some vintage looking tags, and I hope you guys will have fun looking through your embellishments and seeing what you can put together to make a vintage looking type of tag. Probably before you know it, you'll be making some junk journals to to stick these little tags in. So if you're like me anyway, because that's what I did. Started making tags and then junk journals followed. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you will create some too. I look forward to seeing what you make over in our Facebook group. And so hopefully we'll see you again soon. I don't know if it'll still be in this format, but I'm hoping I'll get my computer back soon. All right, take care, everybody, and thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.